Hello and welcome to me explaining to you how to take over the world using capitalism. So, first of all, what is capitalism and how does it work? Well, basically, here's how it works. Capitalism is communism. That's all it is. That's legit all. Excuse me as I do something. I need to get it one of probably one sec. Alright. Now I just need to insert an image of myself real quick. Just to show. Where is it? Apparently I cannot find it. But whatever. So here is me, obviously. Now how does a child like me become the ultimate capitalist? Well, it's simple. Step step one. Here's step one. You need to find three Americans. These can be any type of American. A Karen, a physicist, McDonald's employee, aka the standard one, any type. Alright. So now you need to steal a bit of their blood and inject it. If you can't do that, take a piece of their bone. This can be a tooth or anything else. Crush it into little dust and infuse that dust with hot water to make it into a liquid. Once you've done that, mix these three liquids together and inject them into yourself. Oh, don't actually do that in real life since this video is pretty much a joke. Okay, I'm just doing it because I ran out of content. So, once you do that, once you inject it into yourself, you're going to have this feeling of capitalism in you, a feeling of I want to make money. So there are two ways of making money. I'll go over the first one. On selling uh, uh, digital things or physical things that aren't living. This can be art or apples, anything you want. For example, I'll do art. How about you make for a porn if you're really that desperate? Actually, no, won't be that desperate. Go sell meth instead. So once you're selling your meth illegally, or if you don't want to, or apples if you are a good boy. Boy, I'm assuming most of you are good boys. Boys, so apple. You're going to sell these off until you make at least 100 euro or dollars or British pounds. And if you use yen and somehow are watching this without being confused as hell, then that should be 10,000 yen. I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. No, it should be only 1,000 yen. Yeah, only 1,000 yen. I'm not sure about Egyptian pounds, even though I am Egyptian. Oh, I'm in that. One sec. But with that, you can pretty much just go to Google. Also, one thing this plan needs is a stable living condition. If you don't have that, you're screwed. Mm-hmm. Now, if you're selling meth, the best way to make sure I'm sorry, aren't going to get it on you as as to sell the meth for a high price and only for one dude, or like two or 3. Although selling meth is very risky, despite it being a good idea, you go take whatever you want to do. Oh, I'm definitely getting demonetized, but that doesn't matter since I'm the one using the plan to become the ultimate capitalist. I might get a channel strike though. That'll be scary. Nah, who cares? So once you made 100 euro from selling apples, you have. What are you gonna do? Oh, well, you're going to get use that money to find to buy stuff to get even more apples. You're going to also if you have any friends, make a meeting with them to go help you go help you get apples. Apples. If you don't have any friends, that's okay. It'll just be more of a pain in the ass to do. hmm So let's say you aren't no good boy, but you don't want to sell meth. Let's say that. hmm Well, how about selling slaves? Yup, slavery. This is going to be a hard task to do, but they sell for really good. Also, don't sell children. I already tried that. They don't go for a very high price at all. Like it's just way better to kidnap an adult, trust me. Children don't have any good price on them in terms of slavery. So if you're selling slaves, then the markets might be hard to navigate. Right? Because you don't know, like, who who are you even gonna be like? Who are you gonna sell it to? What am I gonna do? Ooh, how am I gonna get these slaves? Well, getting slaves are pretty simple. You using the method known as kidnapping, you can just make them your slave. You don't actually need to do anything with them, but you can perhaps go to your local underground market and sell them off to rich folks. If you can't find any of those, just sell them off to corrupt policemen. I mean, corrupt government officials. This will probably help in the meantime when you're doing not so legal things. So now you've gotten at least $100 from either selling slaves or apples. What are you gonna do? Well, get more slaves and more apples. Well, using the money you got. Do this until you got 1,000 euro, dollar, yada yada, whatever it is you use. So once you've done that, and you can go out, out and start doing a little bit of publicity. Maybe if you're lucky, you can get at some real estate. Right. It doesn't matter as long as it can hold a stand. As long as it can hold something as big as a lemonade stand, you're in for it. So once you own some real estate, eight, eight. Once again, it only needs to hold a lemonade stand, but you are making lemonade. Remember, unless you are, but that's a basic business. So now, if you're wondering about if you're wondering about the selling she sells plan, then it might actually work. But the problem here is that you don't have to be in not a lockdown. For unfortunately, we are in a lockdown. Also, if you feel guilty about these guys' lives, remember you're doing this because people made you feel guilty. I mean, because people should have felt guilty for you, and why you're following this is probably because you're a bad person, and the only reason you're a bad person is because you're probably traumatized, like me. A good job, you can now become a capitalist because you were emotionally traumatized. So now, now that you successfully got in your once you got in your land, plant some trees if you're doing apples or whatever it is, whatever that's for. hmm Or if you're doing meth, it's just make meth rocks or meth leaves. I don't know what they do. Sell crack too if you can. Like it's marijuana, even weed, and weed is super easy to get. Now, what about the slave trade? Well, if you're doing a slave trade, you gotta be smart about it because you ain't gonna let anybody see your slaves out in the open. With the land you got, you can you're gonna have to make something underground or secretive. hmm And well, you're just going to have to kidnap people and take them there. There. If you possibly can get some sort of van, it's gonna be kind of sketch, but just make sure they aren't moving and you're good. hmm I'm just waiting for you to soak that in real quick. hmm By the way, I write my scripts on the fly. I legit don't know what I'm doing. Is that flamenco? From flamenco? One sec. Okay. So now that you've done that, let's say you quietly is 10 slaves if you're selling slaves, or 100 apples if you're selling apples. If you're selling meth, you go just, I don't know, 10 meters of meth, I don't know. And if you're American, you probably already know what to use. I don't know, man. I don't understand that shit. I've never been to America. Also, the most sketch place in America is I'm pretty sure is Los Angeles. So if you are in America, go to Los Angeles. That's the most sketch place you can go to. That would be the place where you can sell the sketch shit. So once you've acquired vast sums of wealth from selling even more, or goddamn slaves or meth or lemons or apples, I don't know, whatever the hell you're selling, you're gonna probably wanna start a company, yeah. The budget for this company you need to start with should go from around 10. Wait, that's 1,000. It should be from 10,000 all the way to 100,000. So if you're thinking, wow, I don't have 100,000, I didn't say it had to be 100,000. I just said that was your budget. Anywhere from this is what your budget is. Anything from that to this is your budget. You got me? So now that you've acquired your budget from selling whatever you sell, now you're gonna have to make a company, make a logo, do it properly. So once you do that, and keep on selling, make this company sole purpose getting all whatever you want. I don't recommend it being slave trade if you went for the slave trade option. Go for something a little bit less sketch. I can't really help you with this since I didn't choose slave trade. I think cops would get on my ass. Mm, man, I seriously need to write scripts. I have to make these on the fly, so. Where were we again? Okay, yeah. So once you have your company, its sole focus should be selling. So once you make your company, you're going to get at every single person you know um, to work for it. You don't need to pay them. You can just say, "Hey, yo, it's gonna be worth it." If the person you know wants to fucking kill you, well, you just tell them that just give him a prize or something. Like your morals. You didn't need them anyways. They're poor man's philosophy. Hey, can you hear this? Oh, you can. Cool. So let's say you've acquired after at least couple months. You've uh, hired. Where is it? Text. 1 million. This is euro or whatever you use again. Once you do that, you're going to think, oh, what do I do with this? Well, as the man who sells seashells on the seashore, or you're going to have to invest in more land. Okay, and once you do that, don't just sell everything you did before. Sell oil, sell guns, sell stocks, sell everything you can sell. You need to acquire vast sums of wealth. If it isn't material wealth, you don't want it anymore. That's your happiness. Everything is now material wealth to you. Okay. Let's see, bro. I can monetize this for content. See you later, nerds. Best luck and bye. Wait. Okay, now I can. Best luck and bye.